Hi everybody and welcome back to some more Project Cars 2 here on this channel. I'm KPG-GOONER here and welcome to another first experience video where we're testing out another car from the new DLC Ferrari's Essentials Pack. Now the car I've chosen today is the Ferrari F40 from 1987. This has a top speed of 202, 0 to 100 in 3.79 seconds and has 480 horsepower. Now this is an absolute beast, a brilliant classic, and it's a car that I've tested out on quite a few different games. I've tested it out on Gran Turismo Sport, I've tested this out on Assetto Corsa, and both times I've really enjoyed it. Now we're going to do a race around Mugello Short, but I'm going to put the laps up this time because 5 laps wasn't enough in the last video. And don't forget to check out that video where we tested out the Berlinetta because that car was awesome. Right, let's have a look at that. We got it 110% AI level. I think I'll put that down to 100%. I think this car is going to be a lot harder to control. Hopefully this will be a good first experience. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and please enjoy it. So let's get straight into it. So here we go. Right, so here I go with my first experience in the Ferrari F40 around Mugello Short using a Thrustmaster T300 RS for this experience. I've switched over from the Logitech G29. Hopefully we can have a really decent race, but this car is going to be quite difficult to control, so it's going to be very, very tough. Right, let's see if we can get a good start. Now the top end on this car is going to be a lot greater than the Berlinetta, so I'm expecting some real top speed on this straight. Right, let's see if we can get a good start and see what speeds we can get up to. Over 150. We're going to have to start thinking about braking. Slow it down. Don't run into anyone. Oh, we just managed to stop it into that turn. Let's try and avoid any contact early on in this race because the track is going to be quite tight with all these vehicles. And we just managed to avoid any contact there. Just trying to hold my position. We managed to gain a place. Let's take an outside line. Oh, a bit of contact with the Ferrari in front. Don't lose it. Let's try and take a little bit of an outside line here and just try and slow it down and just try and get used to the handling. Oh god, that yellow one really lost it into that turn. I thought it was going to spin out there, but he managed to control it. The AI are struggling in these Ferraris as well, but that is to be expected. This car does have 480 brake horsepower and it's not the easiest to control when you're trying to put the power down. Right, let's try and hold it into this turn, right onto the straight. We've managed to gain another position. Now let's put our foot down and see what this car is capable of. Now it's a 5-speed gearbox. Let's see if we can get up to a greater speed than we did in the last lap. And up to 100. Ooh, 160 almost. Slow it down, it's sliding. Don't lose it. Again, we've managed to stop it just. But yeah, that car has got some power. Right, let's try and slow it down into this turn. Let's try and keep up. Can we gain another place right onto the apex there? And we got forced out there. We lost that position again. Really struggling to put the power down. When I try and accelerate out the turns, the back end seems to kick out quite a lot. I think it's one of those cars where you have to gradually accelerate rather than just slamming your foot down. Yeah, there's a lot of power there, so you've got to be careful. But so far, it's not too bad, and I am enjoying it. It feels very responsive on the Thrustmaster steering wheel. I haven't used the steering wheel in quite a while because I've been using obviously the Logitech G29. Let's see if we can keep it nice and tight here and accelerate. And see if we can gain a couple more places. Let's try and get in this car's slipstream. Can we slip past? Yes, we're going to be able to slip past. It's going to be difficult slowing down. They're definitely quicker around those corners than me. It's just where in the slower corners is where I seem to be able to gain a little bit of time. Oh god, almost went straight into that car there. Is the white F40 going to come past? No, I think he just clicked the back end of my car, and I've managed to gain another place there, and we're up to 4th. This is going really, really well, and hopefully we can at least get top 3 in this race. I don't think I'm going to be able to win it. If you remember the last race in the Berlinetta, I only managed a 2nd place with the AI level up this sort of level, but we will see. We're in 4th. There's still quite a bit of time to go. We're on the 3rd lap, so we're not even halfway, so we're doing okay. Right, let's slow it down. Let's hold it in 3rd gear around there. By the time I dropped it down to 2nd, I felt the back end kick out, and that's not too bad. We're slowing down a bit and accelerates. God, you really do feel the power of this car. Right, let's try and get a bit of slipstream and see if we can gain a bit of time on this car. And that's a much better lap time as well, going into the 4th lap. Let's see if we can be a bit better on the braking now. Slow it down. Try and avoid any contacts. And that wasn't too bad. We slowed down quite nicely there. I think you have to just back off quite early into that corner. It's such a hard corner, whatever vehicle you're in, to try and take that at speed. It takes a lot of practice, and in a car like this, it is going to be extremely difficult, especially when I haven't adjusted any of the settings. I think you could set this car up a little bit better, but it doesn't feel too bad on default settings. Right, let's keep it nice and steady through there. Just trying to keep up with these three, and accelerate again in second gear. It's quite a bit of a punch. Hold it into third gear into this corner, onto the apex, and accelerate down the hill, and we should be able to get a little bit closer to this one. We could gain another position here. Nicely done around that turn. We're starting to get used to this car now. Let's see if we can really go for it now and maybe take another position. Yes, we're building up a bit of speed, and we go past, but are we going to be able to clear him enough before we get to the corner? Up to 160 mile an hour. Now we've got to slam on the brakes, and that's where we're going to get a bit of a slide, and we've gone really wide into that corner, and we lost the position, but are we going to be able to hold it up the hill? Yes, we do. We managed to accelerate back up the hill and regain the position. That was very close. I think if we had made some major contact there, that could have been really difficult to recover from, but we did okay, and we're up to third position. Right, let's see if we can keep up with these two in front. We're on the 5th lap, and things are going really well. Brilliant first experience. At the moment, this is definitely one of my favourite cars that I've tested out from the DLC, and I must admit this is one of the best DLCs I've tried out so far. Nearly every car seems to be very good on the default setups. Right, let's see if we can accelerate. Oh, that was a bit slower through that turn, and we just lost a little bit of ground, but we've still got time. We go into the 6th lap. Now we need to just push a little bit harder and see if we can just get past this car and maybe challenge the car leading. Oh, it just went down the inside. A little bit of contact there. I didn't knock the car off the circuit, but there was definitely contact there. He slowed down really early in that turn, and I just went for it. But sometimes you've got to take a risk. Like they say, who dares wins, and that's how you've got to play it. Right, so we're into second position, and we're coming towards the end of this 6th lap, and then we've got 2 laps to try and win this race. I wasn't expecting to be anywhere near the front in this race. Maybe we could have left it on 100%, 110%, but we will see. We haven't won the race yet. Let's not get too excited, because I could still quite easily crash out. Right, let's try and take this turn a little bit quicker, slide in a little bit, and we did lose a little bit of traction there. Right, let's try and build up some speed and catch up with the leader, but he's definitely got the edge, and we have dropped a little bit of time on that lap, so we need to really go for it on this 7th lap if we want a chance to win the race. Right, let's slow it down into the turn, keep it nice and tight. Still got the other car quite close behind in 3rd, so we don't want to get run off. Yeah, it just told us 2 lengths behind, so let's just be aware of that. Right, let's keep it nice and steady through there, try and keep the tight turns nice and smooth, and off. Oh god, I thought he was going to go right off the circuit there. He went right onto the curb there. Right, let's keep it nice and tight through this section, and again just having a little bit of a slide every time I brake a little bit too heavy. Right, let's keep this nice and steady. Our front left tyre is heating up a bit as well, and that's going to cause a little bit of grip problems, but we're not doing too bad, and that was nicely done through that turn, and we're right behind. Right, let's try and get a bit of slipstream. This is where we've got to make it count. Can we win this race? We're building up speed over the finish line. Can we take the win? Is going to be so close, but we've got to be really good on the brakes here. Slow it down. He's coming around the outside. Let's see where he goes. Oh no, he's going to take the inside line. He's going to come back up the hill here, and we've managed just to close the door there, and we have taken the position, so we're into 1st. Now we've just got to get to the end of the race without making a mistake. Right onto the apex there. A little bit too much curb. I just felt the front end just spin up slightly. Managed to hold on to the steering wheel quite well there. Right onto this corner, right onto the apex, just trying to keep it nice and tight and close the door from 2nd place. Not going to give him any opportunity to get past. Right to the last couple of corners. Are we going to actually get the win in the Ferrari F40 in this first experience? Oh, this is going to be awesome. Can we hold this last corner? Don't make any mistakes. No, that is nicely done as well. Accelerate, and we're going to take the win. What a first experience, guys. Unbelievable. Really enjoyed that. That car is amazing. It sounds amazing. It handles not bad. It definitely is one of the best experiences I've had on any game for a long time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, and I will see you very soon. Also, I've left you a full replay of the race, so please enjoy it, and I will see you very soon.